Hey folks, it's Mr. Russell back here again. We are looking at part three of our Google My Maps. Just a quick recap for parts one and two. We pretty much had you upload a Google My Map from your Google Drive account. We looked at how to actually change the account name of it, and then we went ahead and added the individual layers. And then we got into part two, and that's where we downloaded the KML files and pretty much got you all set up. So for the last part here, part three, what we want to do is give you an opportunity to do a little exploring on your own. And what I'm going to do in this video is to show you how to upload certain pins and then edit each individual pin. And this is where you're going to have to do a little bit of legwork and you're going to have to do a little research to put that information in. So let's look at exactly how to get started with it. So what I'm going to do is, I know over in our Egypt section there is a few pins that we left open, and that's for you to fill in. So we'll take a look at Queen Hatshepsut's tomb, the Deir al-Bahari. So if I go ahead and click on that exact location, what that's going to do is that's going to pull up this template for me. And I do have some pieces of information filled in, but as you can see, we're basically missing content. We don't have any videos. There's no pictures. It's pretty blank. And what I'm going to do is just take you through these steps on how to exactly fill this in. The first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go ahead and click this edit icon down the bottom here. When you click on that edit icon, it's basically giving us some options here. And what we can do is we can now enter information in for each one of these categories. Now, the big thing to keep in mind is that these categories are sort of generic and they'll fit most places, but it doesn't fit all. So again, if we're looking at Queen Hatshepsut's temple, for example, her mortuary temple, we're really not going to put a lot of information in for military. As far as government, we could certainly put information in for her government, the fact that she expanded trade to the city of Punt. She was pretty much non-aggressive, so military is really not uh, applicable at this point. Religion, she will continue on with Amun Ra as the main god. They will be polytheistic, and then we can go ahead and add that information in there. So that's basically simply as clicking on each one of the blocks, going ahead and typing up your information, and then again at the very bottom, any research that you do, any sources that you find that you think are worth keeping, worth mentioning. It's almost like our bibliography page right there. Go ahead, just copy and paste those sources down the bottom. And when you're all finished, most importantly, make sure you hit save. We had some students in the past that would close it out in the upper right hand corner, and then you lose essentially all your information. So again, blue button, save button, make sure you go ahead and save it when you're done adding all your content. The other thing is that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to add either images or videos. And that's where you can use this icon on the bottom right hand side there, this camera. You go ahead and click on that. What it's going to do is it's going to actually take you to an option menu, and it should actually look just like this. Your Google Drive should open up right here. This is what I was trying to simulate what it'll actually look like. And from here, what you're going to want to do is in the upper right hand corner, you're going to see a Google image search. If you go ahead and click on that Google image search, now we can essentially look for anything. What I'll do is Deir al-Bahari, and I will enter that in the Google search, and then it has plenty of options for me. Now you notice as I move my cursor around to the different images, we get a check mark will pop up, and as soon as you find the image that you think is relevant, one which you like and one that you want to use, just go ahead. We'll pick this guy up here. Just go ahead and click it. It'll highlight blue for you, and then what you can also do is you can select different images. Maybe you just think, well, I want to pick this one instead. Go ahead and hit the select button, and then what it's going to do is it's going to automatically go ahead and put that image in there for you. Right? So now we have our image. We can add more content. Let's say, for example, you also want to add another picture, maybe not necessarily the mortuary temple, but maybe the queen herself. Next, in the bottom right hand corner, you have this plus sign. Go ahead and click that plus sign for me. Don't hit the trash can because you're going to delete the picture. But go ahead and click the plus sign, and it's going to bring us back to our Google image search again. If I then switch my search to Hatshepsut, and then we're going to get a bunch of images of the queen. And then I can essentially find the image that I want to use. Again, you can scroll through some of the pictures. Some, of course, obviously we're using Google Images, so some of the icons will be relevant. Some may not be as quite relevant. You just kind of figure out what you want to use personally. The nice part about this feature is that it is yours. This is your My Map. It's for you to use throughout your time at Penn Manor. So customize it how you see fit. Put the different images that you like in there. By all means, have some fun with it. So let's just say I decided to use this image of the queen right here. I go ahead and select that one as well. Click on the select button, and then the image is right in there. And then the nice part is you can use the back button or the forward button, and you can see the different images that you have there. Again, most important part, when you're done putting your content in there, you're going to want to go ahead and hit the save button. And then now we have the information for Queen Hatshepsut is saved in there and ready to go. And we're basically ready to move on to the next item. So a couple things for a recap. Remember, you're going to want to do a little bit of research. Please use Schoology. You can use some resources on the internet. If you go to Schoology, just definitely go to the pages on my Schoology page where it specifically talks about whether it be a mortuary temple or a pharaoh or a queen. We want to try to stay away from Wikipedia. Again, for the reason there, some information could, in fact, be not correct, and I don't want you to get confused about anything. So try to stay away from Wikipedia when you're looking up information. We will actually use Wikipedia only for actually using latitude and longitude to find the exact pins, but that'll come a little bit later on. So we're going to give you some time now to explore and do a little bit of research and play around, add some images, save some things, and then you should be good to go. One last item, let me just kind of mention very quickly here. If you wanted to do a video, maybe you were trying to find a video of the queen, same thing. You can go ahead and click that camera button down the right hand side, and in here for Queen Hatshepsut, we can click on more and maybe want to do a YouTube search. So if we're looking for something for the queen, we can do a YouTube search, put Hatshepsut in here. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to get different videos. And essentially all we have to do is, now without watching this, I can go ahead and click the video. I can hit select, and then now I even have a video of Queen Hatshepsut in there. So I have some images, I have her mortuary temple, and I even have a brief video that I can watch, an overview or a tutorial. And again, the nice part is you have this all the time. Go ahead and hit save, and you are good to go. All right, folks. Well, that basically takes care of video number 3. I think you should be well on your way. If you are stuck at any point along the way here, again, just watch video number 1 or 2, and then it'll get you straightened out. And then we'll continue on adding the pins for Egypt, and then we are going to move on to Greece. All right, guys. I'll talk to you soon.